So after the hand has soaked, wipe it off. And then you're going to use your cuticle remover. And I just wrap around the orange wood stick some cotton ball. Then you're going to put it on the cuticle just lightly because you're going to push back with the actual cuticle pusher. And you do this after you have filed the nails. So you can clean underneath with the other side of the orange wood stick, clean underneath the free edge, get all the dirt away. And when you're doing this, you kind of want to make the smile line so that they do have the round part on their smile here around the free edge. So when you're pushing back underneath the free edge, you kind of push it back a little bit, not too much so it hurts them, but so you give them that shape. Some people have rounder shape and some people have square shape. You just kind of go with their nail. And sometimes you can't get all the dirt out on the first try because some people are gardeners or they do lots with their jobs, so just get as much as you can. And then you throw that one away and use a new one for the other side. There's two different types that we have for the cuticle pushers. So this one is the cuticle push on the one side and then you scrape on the other side here. And this one is both. It has a little bit of an edge there and it pushes and scrapes at the same time. So with the first one, you're going to push back and it removes any of the dead skin on that natural nail. Then flip that over and kind of remove it in circular motion, removing any extra skin that was created on the nail. So push that back. And this is giving you the cuticle part that you're actually going to remove with the cuticle clippers or the cuticle nippers. But you're getting that to that point where at least you have that edge that you can remove. And it does change color, so you will see the difference. Some nails will need more than others, but you can see everything coming off here. And then I'll show you the other one. The other one's just on the one side, and it pushes and it removes at the same time. And this one's a little bit sharper, so you do have to be careful. And just wipe it off if there's too much on it. And sometimes on the middle finger too, there is a buildup there because they do use it as their main hand to write with. And the callus is a buildup. So definitely on the middle finger and on the pointer, sometimes it does have that. And you can see here she does have a little bit of a buildup. So you can see there is a lot that is coming off, and this is just extra skin that is over the natural nail. You're not harming the nail itself, you're just taking off the extra skin that has grown over. So now you're going to put that back in the bowl and let that soak. Do the other side. So we would let that soak the whole time that the other side is getting done, and then go back to that, and now we're going to cut. So once it's done soaking for a couple minutes, you're going to remove all that water and any of the extra cuticle remover that was on there. And now with the nails, when we're going to remove the cuticle part of it, you actually don't have to remove too much if there's not that much on her nail. So what we're looking for is you can start on the one side and go all the way around. But she doesn't have anything on this side to be able to remove. There's a little bit of white at the top and nothing on this side. So what we would remove is just that white part. So there's different sizes that you can get for the heads here. I like the smallest size because then you can cut and it's very small. If you have a larger one, you might cut into the actual natural skin here and then it might hurt them or it might bleed. If it does bleed, you have to use the alum and that removes it from stinging. So when you're starting, you don't have to do too much on this side because she doesn't have it, none on that side either. So I start right in the middle here and just do a little bit. You're not pulling, you're just squeezing and it will remove it. And you're going right underneath with the cuticle. And you don't want to pull it out because if you pull it, it's going to make it bleed. So just go back and forth real slow. See how it's removing this? That's the extra skin there. So you're supposed to, if you do it properly, you can get it all in one piece. So if you can see actually it is on there and you don't want to pull that off. You just keep on taking it out with the clipper. And that would be all that you do with that. So this one, you can see how there's a little bit of white right there. We would remove the skin on this side and also a little bit down there. She doesn't have too much white at the bottom here as she did with that one, but she has a little bit on these sides and a little bit down there. So start on the side. You can actually go right on the skin here. It's not going to harm them. See how it's removing it? There's not too much here that we need. And then go on the other side here. And that would be it for that one. This one, you can see it actually has a lot here. A lot right there. It's a little bit like a brown color. It's kind of whitey brown and lots on this side. So this one is actually really good for you to practice on, but that would be really bad for them. They would definitely want to come in for a manicure. If they had this on all their fingers, they would probably want to come in twice a month to get it all removed. And if it's too hard for you to cut, you could soak longer. So I squeeze it, and if it doesn't come off, you just kind of go over top of it, because you know it's really hard and it's just extra skin. But you can see how deep it goes down, and you can go as much as you need to. And I mean, sometimes you can't take it all off at one time, so you'll have to leave it, let them heal, and have it grow out again, and have them come back in another session. Because it's been such a build-up there. And then with it, you use your cuticle oil after everything, and then it will make it nicer. She has a little bit of skin on the side here, so we could remove that too. It's a little bit part of the cuticle, but it's more of the side walls. But it could develop into a hangnail, so I like to take that too. Get all the extra down here. And see how there's a little bit of skin here? You would get that on top too, because that's going to develop into a hangnail. So you can see the start of it. And let the person know that they do have dry cuticles, so they would need to use regular oil. Thumb's pretty good. See how she has a lot of dry skin on this side? A little bit on this side and a little bit down there, not too much. But this part of the session should take the longest out of everything. So if they do have, some people don't even have bad cuticles, so you wouldn't really need to do a manicure on them. You would want to do the spa manicure so they get more of the pampering. But the spa manicure doesn't go into detail with the cuticles, so this part of it actually gets deeper into it. Alright, so that is that hand.